Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Here's Geis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 17 yards to pick up there. This is Geis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Ready? Mike 58, right there. Watch the shit.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Now it's the backup, Newton.
They try to quick hitter.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
180. 56. 3 buzz. What's that? 56. Monk's 56.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now it's Haskins. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 40 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 50. Let's go, D.
Now Haskins on first down. Able to find his running back, Geis. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Open man here, Sims complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Haskins. Taken in by Sprinkle, little pitch and catch. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Regular. 20.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And an alley to run. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. 30, 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Now a run with Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that's complete. It's Sims. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. Haskins now just 1 misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's 1st down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Washington.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 23-yard line.
on 2nd and a yard. Haskins eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. It's Geis on the counter. And an alley to run. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Brown.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the ground, it's Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 12, Haskins to Thompson on the screen. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Mayfield now to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Floyd would have loved that play.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Check 52. Check 52.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Got it complete to Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Throwing now is Haskins. Throw complete there. Rodgers. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here we go with Haskins. And that will be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point good by Hopkins. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. 39 yards there, a big one. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Back to throw. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Set, 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Go.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Ready. 50. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 6. Pull it out.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Redskins, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.